of our lives. I will also like to meet my class teacher Paisar and find his views about New Year. Let's go to the Paisar's house and find his views about New Year. Hi sir, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Oh, no. I appreciate your shake hand, but now it's time for Namaste because it's the Corona time and we have to kill the Corona virus. Okay? How are you, Gayathri?
I'm fine too, sir.
That's nice.
Sir, I prepared some questions about New Year for you. Are you ready?
Okay.
Sir, this is my first question. What was the single best thing that happened the past year?
The single good thing, you mean? Okay. The single good thing that happened last year was that, we all were in the pandemic times. We had this lockdown. Yes? So, I'm sure that this is not for me alone. It's going to be for everybody. When we sat in our houses without doing much of those things that we're doing in those olden times, we understood that, that was the time, that lockdown time was a time where we cared for ourselves. We were running behind many of things. We had many things that we chased. But now, I would say that single little thing that happened good for me, or for anybody, I think, maybe, it is something that, that we realized time for ourselves. We invested that time for ourselves. Sometimes it might be in a way that, we have watched some sort of movies that we missed in the past. We read some books that we intended to read, but just because of time constraint, we just left it out. So these are the things that I believe has helped everybody. But if you ask me what happened to me the best, I would say that these are there, but I realized my potential and I...
Okay, sir. That's good. What was the biggest thing you learned the last year?
The biggest thing that I learned last year is the importance of time. And that's not only the thing that I learned last year, but it is the biggest thing I have ever learned. I always value time. And when you asked yesterday night whether you can come and take this interview, I told sharp at 11:30, and you're here at 11:30. That's the importance of time. And I always understand that time is something that will give anybody an upper edge, a cutting edge to do things better and even right all the time.
Okay, sir, that's good. What is your number one goal for the next year?
Well, if you ask goals, there are many goals that I have. I'm sure you have your own goals. Yes?
Yes.
What is your, if you don't mind me asking, what is your goal for the next year? Like you might have different goals, like in pertaining to studies, or something like book reading or whatever. So something of that sort.
Sir, my goal is to read books very much.
Oh, that's good. That's a great thing, I would say. So
Thank you,
similarly, yeah, you're welcome. So similarly, I have many goals. One goal is that I give some good exposure pertaining to English to you little ones, like you all enjoy it. So that's one goal. Well, the second goal I would say is to read some comic books. I don't read books as much as you do because I'm a very lazy reader, and I was a lazy reader in the past as well. So I would like to spend some time reading some very little comic books, which is really good to enjoy.
It's good. What are your plans for 2021?
Plans. I think plans and goals are connected. Well, I plan to smile a lot. I would like to meet people in 2021 where I have no connection for like 5 or 10 years. I've been working in different fields, and I never call anybody. That's one of the worst things that I do. I don't call people. I only call people if I have to say something to them, and I don't use mobile as much as other people do. So I don't have even WhatsApp. So I would like to connect to people directly. I want to speak to them. If possible, I would like to meet my buddies once more. Want to share some quality time. Just want to go down the memory line and all the memory lane. I just want to ensure, we build the relationship to new heights. That's all that I want.
So, this is my next question. What good or bad events happened in the world in 2020?
Well, I'm sure everybody knows which was the worst event. It was coronavirus pandemic or the COVID-19 which happened. That was the worst thing that happened for the world. But if you ask a question, what are the good and bad things that happened? I would like to stick on the good things rather. Because I personally believe that this COVID-19 pandemic was an opportunity for everybody. I'm not saying everyone in the world will have that view, but according to me, I believe that better things have happened in this times. If you take aside the COVID-19 pandemic, for instance, let me tell you, you live in this world.
Yes.
I live in this world.
Yes.
All of us live in this world. Yes.
Yes.
And if you take a scenario of Earth, prior to the COVID-19, I'm going to tell you about the case scenario before this lockdown happened. The pollution was at a rise. It was at peak levels, and I'm very, very sure that you would agree to me that the pollution had come down like this. From where was it here? It has come down like this.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
There was a fall. Is that right?
Yes.
In the pollution levels. Which is good for me, which is good for you, which is good for world, which is good for our nature altogether. Yes?
Yes.
So, there was a very good uplift in the environment when you take as a whole. That's the best positive thing that happened.
Yes.
Secondly, I would say, taking a scenario of this thing itself, the pollution aspect, I would like to say that we had certain energy resources that we were using for our vehicles. Say, if you have a car in your home, if you have a scooter, I have a scooter which runs on petrol, and there are cars that run on diesel or petrol, and every time you fill this fuel, and when you go outside in a car or a bike, it's affecting the environment again. Okay, so in the first instance I told that the environment was balanced now. Okay, here the second point I would like to say that people started looking for alternative options like electric car or using electricity as a second option.
Okay.
So if you see, there is a huge rise when you take world as a whole. I'm not talking about India alone. When you take world as a whole, there is a huge rise in electric vehicles, which is also good for the environment. Yes?
Yes.
And if you ask me, the third best thing I would say is that people started loving or understanding the value of minimalism. You know what is minimalism?
No.
You don't know. Okay. Minimalism is where, imagine you have 10,000 rupees in your hand. You can do many things with 10,000 rupees. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, imagine that Gayathri gets 10,000 rupees. Yes? You start spending this money and it's gone. Yes?
Yes.
That was the case that was happening prior to COVID-19. But when this lockdown was there, or when the COVID-19 pandemic was affected everywhere, people started thinking, why not return to minimalism? Minimalism is, if you have 10,000 rupees, you understand the worth of money and you spend only for things when it is required. You don't spend it carelessly. So I'm sure that everybody had the same issue, because even I ran out of money. Similarly, I'm sure in your home also there were some difficulties slightly. Yes?
Yes.
Even though you're a child. a 10-year-old, you can understand, right? So that's people started looking at minimalism options. So that was the third thing I would say. There are many other things that happened. The fourth thing that best happened was, I would say, people started investing time for their happiness. People were, just behind a lot of things. They were, tirelessly running behind like this for, chasing a lot of things. And ultimately they understood during lockdown and COVID times that, this time should be utilized for something good for oneself. Oneself means when I do that, it's good for me. When you do something, it's good for you. Okay? And fifth thing is that people understood the value of patience. And people started to be more patient in their life because they understood that, not everything is going to come in their own way. People thought man is a supreme person in the world. Man is someone who can control everyone. But this time, people understood it's not only man. Nature is also something which is very important, and anything can affect ourselves. So patience is where, even now if you ask, people are patient to ensure that COVID is going, so that they can full-fledged into things that they wanted to do or which is there in their wish list.
That was really nice.
Thank you.
Sir, do you have any holiday plans for the coming year?
Well, I don't have as of now. The reason why, because in 2020 I had many holiday plans, including 2 international plans. I even planned it. I did a plan for it. I did pay for the full amount of money for these trips, the international trips, but unfortunately I was unable to go there. So I would take life as it comes. I don't have a plan as of now for anything for 2021. But as you know, I love travel. That's there in my blood. So it's going to be there, but I have no plans as of now. Might go, might not.
That's good. Sir, what do you think your biggest risk will be?
Biggest risk, okay. See, life is all about risk taking. I'm a kind of person who believes that you have to take risk at times. You can't satisfy everybody at times, and I'm one person who always loved taking risk. There is a saying which goes, no risk, no gain. A web series that I love. So risk is something that I always love to take, but I don't know what is the biggest risk. Sometimes we take it, sometimes it comes to us. So whatever it is, you have to take risk. Otherwise...
That was the really good answer, sir.
Thanks, Gayathri.
Sir, what 3 words best describe the past year?
Well, past 3 words... I'm not going to search for any past 3 words, but I'll give you one word, which is the best one to describe last year and the new year, okay? And it's nothing but HOPE, hope.
Oh, that's good, sir.
Thanks, Gayathri.
Sir, do you have any message for the little children?
Well, for the little ones, yes. Little ones, you are the people, you are the kids. You are the children who keep smiles on your face. So I want all of you to keep that smile throughout your life. You are the one who bring happiness to a family, and you are the one who make everyone happy. And at a very tender age as of yours, you make a lot of mistakes, you learn new things. So keep on learning new things. Try to learn maximum, not from the books I would say. You learn what is there in the books, but try to learn even things from experience or from practice. And I want you to keep your minds open so that knowledge flows inside your brains, okay? And I would say that will give you good returns in a longer run, I would say. That's what I want you to do. And lastly, I want all of you little ones to understand what you love. Where exactly your passion lies. It can be in studies, it can be in drawing, it can be in sports, blah blah, many things. So try to understand that love, which is called passion. That will add fuel to your life dreams.
That is a good answer. Thank you for your valuable time, and I wish you a happy New Year.
Well, I wish you a happy new year, and let all smiles come in the new year, which is 2021. Let it be a new beginning. Live hard. Okay?